the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Hello, Miami. Thank you so much for watching 305 Sports Now. I am your host, Will, and as we anticipate the battle between the Miami Hurricanes, Texas A&M Aggies over there at College Station. All right, high noon, December 20th. I'll do a little bit of conversation. Next week, as mentioned, I will break down Texas A&M, and I will have a guest on. I just confirmed that Classy Kane, right, will be on the show and we'll be recording Tuesday evening, and the episode will air on Wednesday. So I just want to let you guys know that I know. Okay, well, let me just start off by this. If you're on the brand bandwagon, you're really going to enjoy the episode. If you're on the let them develop a bandwagon, you're probably going to be yelling at me through your phone or through your computer screen or TV, whatever it is you're watching at. But hear me out, guys. I know I had a very interesting conversation a couple weeks ago about Lenore Sellers, and a lot of you had a lot to say, especially since South Carolina collapsed against A&M itself in general, and Lenore didn't look very good in that game. But there is another conversation to be had as former Arizona State quarterback Sam Leavitt. Yes, Sam Leavitt has hit the transfer portal, and it has been crazy. And there's been a lot of conversation in terms of the podcasting sphere amongst Miami Hurricane fans and podcasters alike, whether Sam Leavitt should be the next quarterback next season for your Miami Hurricanes. We've seen the success with Cam Ward. We saw, Carson Beck, especially towards the tail end of the season, have a real good, strong finish to the season, leading us to a playoff appearance this December 20th against A&M. So why not try it again with Sam Leavitt, who actually brings a little bit of a different wrinkle than Beck does, being a dual threat quarterback who can run and pass as well. So we'll get into those numbers in about a minute or so. And I understand, some of the fan base here and so on, but let's be honest, I really don't think that Emory Williams or Judd Anderson are the future. I don't know about Judd. I haven't really heard much about Judd, but we've seen Emory, so I'm not really sure that the Canes are going to go with Emory for next season. So I think that there's a good chance that if Sam Leavitt is interested, I also heard the young man out of Cincinnati as well might be another option. But we're going to focus on Sam now. If Sam is interested in becoming your next Miami Hurricane quarterback, I say why not? As long as you can bring home a national championship, winning cures all ills, and basically makes everybody more agreeable to the option. So let me discuss why I like Sam. Okay, Sam Leavitt is a gamer. Okay, he's an absolute gamer. Last season for ASU, whom he led into the playoffs, by the way, and winning a conference championship for the Big 12. In 13 games, the young man, by the way, he was a Michigan State transfer. He originally committed to Michigan State, went into the portal, and ended up at ASU and made the best of it. Okay, 216 completions on 350 attempts, 61.7%. This is, by the way, in 2024, where he had his best year. 2,885 yards passing, 8.2 yards per attempt, 24 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, which means that he could take care of the football. Had a passer rating of 150.2. Now, running the football, again, he's got very good wheels, 110 attempts, 443 yards, 4.0 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns, and he was Big 12 Offensive Freshman of the Year, okay, and second team All Big 12 as well, right? And like I said, he led his team into the college football playoff and a conference championship as well. In 2025, he ended up leaving the season early, had a foot injury, very similar to Mark Fletcher's, which is a very tricky injury, by the way, as far as the timetable goes to return, but not as great, not as great as the year before. In 7 games, he had 145 completions, 239 attempts, 60.7% percentage, 1,628 yards, 6.8 yards per play, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a passer rating of 129.2. He ran the football 73 times, 300 yards rushing, 4.1 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns, right, as well. So that's a little bit about Sam Leavitt in his first couple seasons as a member of Arizona State. For his career, he has about a completion percentage of 61.4, almost 5,000 yards passing, 4,652 yards, 36 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, a career average of 141.1, and running the football, he has 10 touchdowns, 800, get tongue-tied a little bit sometimes, 810 yards rushing, 196 carries. That's a lot, right? That's a lot. Not afraid to tuck and run, or I'll tell you that much. Okay. And like I said, biggest victory again was ASU defeats number 16 Iowa State at the time, 45-19 in the Big 12 title game. He was absolutely dominant in that game as well. 12 of 17, 219 yards, 3 touchdowns as well. Xavier Guillory, his wide receiver, was absolutely spectacular as well. In 2025, then an upset of number 7 Texas Tech. All right, ASU upset number 7 Texas Tech 26-22 in a dramatic late game victory in Tempe, and he was a big part of it. Threw for a career high 319 yards in that game and led the team on a game-winning drive. Like I said, man, guy's a gamer. Guy is an absolute gamer, and that is what we like. We like quarterbacks that are gamers and have leadership qualities, and we had that with Cam Ward, and we have that this year with Carson Beck as well. Why not give Sam Leavitt a shot? Okay, if Luke Nickel is not ready, all right, if Luke Nickel is not ready, remember he is a freshman this year, taking a red shirt, if I'm not mistaken. If he's not ready this season, why rush it? Okay, let Luke sit out another year. Have Sam Leavitt come in, have him ball out. Maybe we go undefeated next season. I think this guy. I don't have the schedule in front of me. I know we play Notre Dame and Clemson next season. We play Florida State again. Who knows who's going to be good next year? Let's be perfectly honest. But let the kid ball out. And if we can go undefeated, or maybe go 11-1, make an ACC championship game, win the title, make it to the college football playoffs. Hopefully this time with a bye, okay, or at least a better seeding, okay, as well. Again, I really don't see an issue with that. Okay, to say the least, I really don't see an issue with that, and I think Miami should take a look, and it's a good possibility. Now, there are some factors that are going to play a very key role in whether Sam Leavitt comes or not, and that factor is Mr. Lane Kiffin. He's not just being tied to Miami, but he's also being tied to LSU as well. And let's face it, Lane Kiffin's offense is very entertaining to play in. Just ask his quarterbacks, okay, Trinidad Chambliss and stuff like that. Just ask him in general. And they've been pretty successful in Lane Kiffin's system. And I will say that it is an attractive place to play over in Baton Rouge at LSU. It is in Miami as well. So I do think that, and also as we've seen, Miami has been able to make solid seasons out of transfer portal quarterbacks. Remember, Cam Ward was a day 2 pick before when he decided to first enter the draft and then withdrew his name and ended up being the first pick in the NFL draft once he played a season with Miami. And I think Carson Beck probably improved his resume as well, has a good chance to really improve his resume as well this upcoming playoff if Miami can make a significant run towards a national championship, first getting past A&M, then going through Ohio State. A good chance they're facing Georgia and maybe go into the national championship game as well. So we'll see how all that plays out. We'll see how all that plays out. It's going to be very important and imperative that, that Miami makes a good run and Carson Beck hopefully improves his draft stock. And that is also another attractive quality for a Sam Leavitt to want to come to Miami. But the wild card, ladies and gentlemen, might actually be Oregon. If Dante Moore does declare for the NFL draft, Oregon might be an attractive location because I believe he is from the Oregon area, or at least a northwest area of the United States. So we'll see what happens, guys. This is what makes college football so entertaining and the drama really unfold, is all these possibilities of where a transfer or guy may end up, where a recruit might be going as well in general. So that being said, guys, I'm really sorry to tell you, if you don't, I understand. Listen, I get the developmental guys and stuff like that. Develop your own guys. And guys like Sam Leavitt did receive chances as well. CJ Bailey received a chance as well. CJ Carr has done well for Notre Dame. All these guys, are young quarterbacks that their team decided to take a chance on. And I do understand where you guys are coming from. But a lot of success from these teams that are currently in the playoffs are from transfer portal quarterbacks, right? Oregon, Ohio State, Miami. Okay, they're transfer portal quarterbacks that have come in from other teams, and they've come to their current team, and they've taken their team to the next level into the playoffs in a potential run for a national championship. So, I mean, like I said, I think what does Donald say? The juice is worth the squeeze. I think that's something to entertain, and I think that's something that we should really consider, especially since if a guy like Sam Leavitt, who's a gamer, who's won a conference championship, has very good numbers. Listen, it's going to be a different offensive line next year because Maui Noah is going into the NFL. Okay, we're probably going to have SJL Faituli as a starting center. We still don't know yet about Markel Bell, whether he's going to stay for another season or test and go into the NFL as well. You might get Okunola as your left tackle. You're still going to be pretty solid at offensive line. You're going to get very good protection as well. So I think Leavitt, like Carson Beck, will be able to navigate the offense very well. We'll see what happens with Coach Dawson. I know he's still in the mix for some coaching situations and so on, but we'll see. Or some coaching vacancies, but we'll see how that goes. But the bottom line is, though, I do think if Coach Dawson does take a job, if he is offered a job, Mario is going to hire somebody with that kind of ilk because we've recruited based upon the Dawson system. So you kind of don't want to, abandon ship, with that system. You want to bring somebody in that kind of meets that mold as well, because that's the kind of players you've recruited, especially in the last two recruiting cycles, that have made you a very successful recruiting class. But nonetheless, I do expect Coach Dawson to stay. I don't know. I have a feeling, I could be wrong, that Coach Dawson's going to end up being our OC next year. Hopefully, hey, listen, if he's not our OC, congratulations, very well deserved. You want your coaches to be part of the rumorville of where they may go, because that means they're doing a good job. But I have a gut feeling Shannon Dawson's coming back. That's just me, okay? I'll if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, okay? But the bottom line is that I think Sam Leavitt could really benefit from the system. It's a very quarterback-friendly system. Coach Dawson is a very quarterback-friendly coach, all right, as well. So we'll see how things go. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I wanted to be short and straight to the point. Have a wonderful day. Before I go, I do want to say that this episode is sponsored by the Pembroke Pines Fan Outfitters. Please go get your Miami Hurricanes gear, Inter Miami gear. Congratulations, MSL Cup champions. Miami Hurricanes gear, Inter Miami gear, Miami Dolphins gear, Miami Heat gear, and many, many more. Fan Outfitters in Pembroke Pines. Ask for Anthony, who's a store manager. He'll take good care of you. The official sponsor of 305 Sports. Now, have a wonderful day, everybody. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you guys. See you soon. Go Canes, guys. All about the U. Bye-bye.